one that would change the history of their family forever. While the men of Shechem were at their weakest, Simeon and Levi took their swords and struck the city. It was a fierce act of revenge, one that went far beyond what Jacob believed was right. By now, Jacob was no longer the young traveler who first arrived at his uncle Laban's home. He had become a father of a very big family. Jacob had 12 sons, each one with his own personality, charm, and quirks. There was Reuben, the firstborn, Simeon and Levi, Judah, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, Issachar, Zebulun, and finally from Rachel, Jacob's beloved wife, there was Joseph. Soon another would come, Benjamin, but that part of the story comes later. And then there was Dinah, Jacob's only daughter. Dinah was full of life, curious, cheerful, and eager to meet people. She loved to walk through the camp, braid her hair with colorful threads, and talk to the women who lived in the land. One day, the curiosity in her heart led her to visit the nearby town of Shechem, where the local young women gathered. She wanted to meet them, laugh with them, and learn about their customs. But while there, something terrible happened. The prince of the land, Shechem, saw Dinah, and instead of treating her with respect, he acted selfishly and wrongly by defiling her. His actions harmed Dinah deeply, and the news spread back to Jacob's camp like a cold wind. Jacob's sons froze when they heard what had happened. Their eyes narrowed, their hands tightened. The usually playful camp became silent. Simeon and Levi, the brothers known for their fierce loyalty, felt the fire inside them rise. Their sister had been dishonored, and the prince who did it wanted to make things right in his own way. But the brothers felt justice had not been served. The men of the town agreed to make a peace agreement, but Simeon and Levi had other plans. They made a dangerous decision, a drastic action, one that would change the history of their family forever. While the men of Shechem were at their weakest, Simeon and Levi took their swords and struck the city. It was a fierce act of revenge, one that went far beyond what Jacob believed was right. When Jacob found out, he trembled with anger and fear. The camp became tense, shadows stretching long across the tents as he confronted his sons. "You have brought great trouble on us," Jacob's voice echoed through the camp. The brothers listened, their faces hardened by emotion. They believed they were defending their sister, but Jacob knew their actions would bring consequences. Amid all this chaos, God told Jacob to move the family to Bethel, a sacred place where Jacob had met God years before. There, Jacob built an altar and reminded his family to remove anything unclean, objects, habits, or influences from their lives. It was a moment of cleansing, of fresh beginnings, of returning to the path God laid out for them. And there in Bethel, something life-changing happened. God again confirmed his promise to Jacob, promising that his family would grow into a nation, that his children and their children would become a great people. But life carried both joy and sorrow. As the family continued its journey, Rachel went into hard labor as she gave birth to Benjamin. Though her son lived, Rachel did not survive. Jacob buried her along the way, placing a pillar to remember her, a moment that still echoes through history. Are there lessons you've learned from this? Please share them in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, follow, or subscribe. Also, turn on post notifications so you can see new episodes as they are released.